Hello and welcome to Reddit. Today we'll be reading some Reddit stories. Let's jump right in. I lost the girl I needed the most because I'm a playboy. I've never gave her the respect she needed. She was always by my side. Hell, she even awarded me for my studies, but I never felt like I loved her. Always pushed her away. Even cheated on her in front of her face. Finally, she was up fee and she sent me behind the moon. Now, a year later, I understand what she was to me, and I regret it. When I was 9, I used to go to the YMCA as an after school program. Special needs people would go there as well, full on adults. I told my friend to go into a bathroom where they get all naked after swimming, and I held the door closed for a couple of minutes. It's the meanest thing I've ever done. Honestly, looking back on it, I still sort of laugh. If I think of it from a 9-year-old me's perspective, no lie, special needs people would go in there and to get changed, but after 15 minutes their caretaker has to go in there and actually make them get dressed. I put Dettol in my sister's drink to stop her from going to the swimming race. I think it was about 8 years ago, and I was roughly 9 years old when my sister, 10 years old at the time, was asked to participate in my primary school's annual swimming gala. I think I had missed the deadline or the sign-up sheet was already full by the time I wanted to take part, so the teacher told me that if my sister fell ill before the race and was unable to compete, then I would be able to take her place. I offered to make her some juice to take with her. While she packed her bag and I sprayed some Dettol antibacterial surface cleaner into the bottle to see if it would make her ill. I didn't know if it would make her seriously ill. I was being selfish and just wanted to swim. Every few minutes I kept asking if she felt alright. Secretly, I was worried that I'd actually make her sick, but she kept telling me she was alright and her drink tasted funny. In the end, she took part in the race. I never confessed, but it's been so long she won't remember. As in her eyes, it wasn't that big of a deal. Her drink just tasted off. Even now I feel bad and ask myself why I did something so stupid. I tried to get someone's story deleted from a platform. I realized I'm an undercover hater. I read this story on a different platform that I didn't enjoy for various reasons. Bad writing, inappropriate themes, etc. And I looked through the fan mail and number of reads they had. I couldn't understand how such messy story could gotten this many positive reviews. I even sent the author an anonymous ask and explained one of the bad themes in their story politely. Since I didn't want to hurt their feelings, they said they understood and what I was trying to say, but proceeded to continue writing a plotline that romanticizes a toxic relationship, so decided to report it anonymously. I looked through their guidelines to see if I could report it for problematic elements. I heard from others who use the same app that they don't take reports involving these themes seriously. Therefore, I looked through author's story again, and I found a lot of stolen art in their story and reported it. Turns out they didn't do anything despite the story breaking guidelines. Here's where I got petty. I looked at the cover of the story and realized it was art alone off of Pinterest, and I made posts of it. It got people's attention, and as I hoped, and some have reported the story. Although I've already deleted the post, I still felt like I was wrong, and I could have caused a mob mentality against the author. I put peanut butter in my friend's drink thinking she was a liar about her allergy. I was young, only in the second grade, and had recently been taught about lying. After our lessons on sinning and doing bad stuff, I developed the idea that my friend, let's call her Lily, was lying about her peanut allergy, and just didn't like peanut butter, but she was too ashamed to tell me because they were my favorite snack at the time. Not to mention the times when someone would bring a snack in for the class and we'd always have to check if they had peanuts in them. If they did, the whole class couldn't eat them so that she wouldn't feel left out. I was tired of what I thought was being a dumb, made-up lie, and decided to take matters into my own hands by bringing a big jar of peanut butter and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Once it's snack break, I waited until Lily went to the bathroom to take out my peanut butter jar to slip a spoonful into her cup, shaking it good so she wouldn't suspect a thing. Once she came back, she sat down and drank some of her peanut butter infused water. As she did, I watched with wide eyes, making sure to take in every detail, now convinced that she's been lying the whole time. Suddenly, Lily started coughing uncontrollably, choking and thrashing herself all over the floor. It didn't also help that she had forgotten her EpiPen at home that day, causing her to convulse and forcing my teacher to call an ambulance. It turned out she was severely allergic to peanut butter, and I never had the gall to tell her what I'd done that day. We are still friends today, and she strongly believes that her father was trying to kill her that day, since she got in a fight with him the day before regarding her dead mother. I stole a total amount of nearly $1,000 during my 10th grade and made one student get kicked out of the school. Back in 2013, I wanted a PC that is strong enough to play GTA 5. I'm a huge GTA fan back then, so it's obvious I wanted a strong PC. But I had no money and my parents wouldn't buy me one. Then I had this thought. My classroom was another classroom away from a bathroom, so whenever the other class has gym class, I would sneak into their classroom and search the bags for the students' money that they brought for snacks when the day ends. Of course, I have to ask the teacher to go to the bathroom to avoid suspicions. At the very first day of attempting the plan, I stole about $10. I kept doing this for months and I gathered an amount of almost $1,000. I didn't remember exactly how much it was because I bought a new PC like I've said before, but I am very conscious about my repetitive asking for the bathroom. So I only do it every 2 weeks or whenever the school schedule changed. One time I found this, an envelope on the teacher's table. I obviously stole it, but not opening it in order something bad happens. I was so nervous that day because I know that only a large amount of money would be kept inside in an envelope. That envelope was compensation money for another student. I also heard that there was some kid that kicked a soccer ball too hard and it broke a classroom's window, and a pot plant that lies right in front of the window, so I guess the money was huge. And on the next day, my homeroom teacher mentioned about the missing of that envelope of the classroom. I always do the dirty works in. I was sweating when she mentioned it, but it turned out to be okay, at least for me. So, at the same day I stole the envelope, there was another kid going back to her class right after I went back to my class, so she was suspected. I heard that thing, but not clearly, so I just thought that the kid that lost her envelope, which she has to give back to her teacher. So at the same day, I snuck into that classroom afterwards. I did not know about that until several days later. One of my friends told me due to her stealing the teacher's envelope, she was expelled. That has been in my head for over 8 years, and it was a relief to say it all of it here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I spent my whole morning editing, recording, thinking. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, see you in the next one. Goodbye.